Hello, LGFA, and welcome to episode 2 of LGFA Access. I'm your host, Bryson66, the LGFA Commissioner, and we are here at the end of the season for the LGFA. Sad times, good times for the teams that didn't do too hot. It was a great season. I enjoyed myself, and I hope everyone else did. But we're not going to talk about how my season went because I didn't come away with any hardware, so it's not a good season for me. Respect, Nubsy, let's hear from you guys. What were your overall thoughts on this FA Cup? It was an exciting a lot of teams that were seller teams or mid-table teams ended up excelling in the FA Cup and on the Wednesday games, and pretty impressive on how they did.
Yeah, definitely. Teams showed up on Wednesday when nobody thought they would, and it turned out to be a very surprising and exciting FA Cup.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Tottenham came out of nowhere basically, and it's all Wednesdays up until the last week, and then it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's where some teams didn't show up too. Was those games? So, there's winners and there's losers, and Spurs came out firing. They got wins.
Yeah, I think honestly, when I go to distribute all these awards and I distribute the FA Cup, I think I should put Nubsy's name on there because I think he lit the fire of the Spurs in order to do well here in the FA Cup.
I'm taking somewhat credit, not entire credit, but
Yeah, I don't know. I would give you all credit. It was a phenomenal job you did lighting the fire. Nubsy, you got a little bit of reporting work here for us in this FA Cup? Reporting work, yeah.
Reporting work? For the there'll be some reporting work. It'll be up. Well, technically, it'll be up probably last night by the time this gets out.
Awesome.
There's interviews with the managers from Tottenham it's pretty good. I thought it turned out well.
Good. Look forward to it. All right, Respect. What do you got for us, sir? I know I had you go and dig deep and take a good look at the FA Cup, and what do you got for us?
Well, it's a road between Tottenham and Newcastle, just seeing how they got to where they were, and neither one had an easy road to the FA Cup final. We saw Tottenham just going 2-2 to Crystal Palace and then taking a 4-0, just giving them the boot out of the FA Cup. And then we saw the resilience from Tottenham being down 3-0 to Man United and just coming back with that 5-1 victory. And on the other side, we saw Newcastle fight with Swansea, those 1-0 close games to come through, to then go to your team, West Ham, draw 2-2, and then fight for that 2-0 victory. Very resilient for both teams, and you got to congratulate them both for getting to somewhere where nobody thought they would get to.
There's one person I feel I feel bad for is McCullough. He not only had Nightshade for 2 weeks of missing of the season, and during that point Newcastle was on a tear, and then they also did well in the FA Cup. Honestly, if there's one thing I credit myself on this show is that I'm bluntly honest, and I took every team lightly. Seriously, I always have the confidence that whatever team I put on the field, we're gonna win, and wow, we had a bit of a delay there. I apologize, people. Newcastle honestly played okay in the first game. Of our bad defense and exploited it, and then the second game just tore us apart. We couldn't get anything going, and honestly, my team started to blow up and argue at each other. So those are always fun times, and I just mute the mic and just listen and enjoy.
The best games when that happens.
Yeah, absolutely. It's everyone but their own fault, and Tebow. But
not mentioning any names.
No, not at all. So congratulations to Everton and Newcastle. I guess better luck next season. You guys did a phenomenal job, in all honesty, this season, and just couldn't come away with anything to show for it. So that's it for the FA Cup. As said before, congratulations to Tottenham and Lang. Again, Lang, another, kind of like McCullough, kind of surprised us also. Congratulations to them, and congratulations to our season winners, Everton, who every day but Wednesday during the week dominated and definitely controlled the table all season long. Crystal Palace were a couple points behind. I think they narrowed the gap there at the end of the season, Nubsy, if you could clear that up for me.
It's a 6-point gap.
Yeah, so,
So
2 wins.
they were actually closer before the last 2 games, but everything got screwed up because we got DDoSed and all that, and the Sunday games got thrown out of whack, and then we're playing 4 games on Monday, and I think that pretty much screwed up any chance of.
Yeah, the good old DDoS. That was lovely to deal with. But yeah, in all honesty, I think before the week 4, they were really ahead, and Crystal Palace really almost made that an interesting finish on the season. But Everton held on there, and congratulations to them and their whole team. Another great season for them there. So we're going to start this show off a little differently. Obviously, we're at the end of the season, and we're going to announce the award winners for this season. We have a lot more awards being delivered on top of Team of the Season, which Team of the Season will be the end of our show. We have a full lineup plus 6 reserves for our Team of the Season. And we also have a couple awards this season. I'm going to explain to everyone what awards we have. Obviously, we have the Golden Boot and the Playmaker Award. The Playmaker Award is new. It's going to be for the assist leader on the regular season. And then we also have the Sir Alex Ferguson Award, which is for the best owner, the Beckenbauer Award for the best defender, and the Ballon d'Or for the MVP of the league. The Beckenbauer is almost like a MVP of defenders. We didn't really just judge it off of clean sheets alone. We judged it off of record and maybe a goal or an assist being the tiebreaker here. So we'll get to all that, and obviously, first off, we're going to do the Golden Boot. It's the obvious one. Everyone knows it already. Potato, congratulations, sir, on being the Golden Boot winner. I believe he finished the season with 24 goals. Nubsy, help me out here.
23 goals, 4 assists, assuming Everton's shot counts are right and the stats were put in right. 33.3% shooting, so for every 3 shots that he took, he scored a goal.
Yeah, and there's one thing. Potato started off to a very fast start, and truthfully, I'd like to think that
11 goals in week 1.
Yeah, I'd like to think that after week 1, it was pretty much impossible for anyone to come back and make it a contest. But Texas Tenon actually did a fairly good job. I think he finished with 19, if the last I checked that. So for a guy that normally plays defense and took over a team midseason, Texas Tenon made it a bit of a nice finish there for the Golden Boot.
Yeah.
Any comments on Potato, guys?
I don't think I ever saw him play. I don't know that he ever played against us. Maybe in one game. From what I remember playing Everton, it was mostly Thiz just dribbling up and down the wing. Yeah, I mean
that is what it was. Thiz was the big. Honestly, that whole midfield was pretty impressive on Everton. They played very well, and their back line was impressive as well. You're going to see that in Team of the Season.
They had really good ball control and possession, and that was tough to. You had to have a strong defensive midfield core to keep them from just running all over you in the center of the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely caught me by surprise, and they formed themselves a pretty good starting 11.
Yeah.
So next up is the Playmaker Award. We have a tie for this, so both of the winners here are going to receive this award. It is King Neymar, kills me to say it, and Soccer SM10. Crystal Palace's King Neymar plays on Crystal Palace, and Soccer is the owner of Leicester. Both of them, I believe, finishing with 13 assists on the season. A very good number, and pretty impressive to have 2 guys both finish with that number. If I'm not mistaken, Neymar had a pretty significant lead until the end of the season, and Soccer might have finished that off. Not sure who held that lead all season. Not too many people pay attention to assists. Unfortunately, it's a unrewarding position. So we're making a rewarding position now for getting those assists on the pitch.
I paid attention to how I didn't get more and put myself in that conversation.
What are your thoughts on Neymar or Soccer, Nubsy?
I mean, obviously both great playmakers. I said it last week's show, Neymar, when he's in the box, you don't know if he's going to shoot, if he's going to pass, and whatever he does is usually a good decision. I guess Soccer, late didn't really know I don't know. You say he had a bunch of assists late to catch up. Either way, I mean, he's owner of a team, solid player, has been pretty much all season. You know, had to look out for him when he played against Leicester.
Right. Nubsy? I'm sorry, Respect? I'll get your names right one of these days. Sorry.
Playing against both of them, you see how much attention they pull on the pitch towards themselves, and it allows them to dish out to their teammates and get those 13 assists throughout the season. Especially playing against a guy like Neymar who can just go through the box. He'll eat your defensive core up, and then he'll just wait for somebody else to make a run and just lay it off. Soccer, he's more of the type to just take that ball. He's going to show you he's in control, and he's just going to make those plays, and they're both deserving of this award.
Yeah, Soccer, the previous season, was a good player. I believe he was top on assists as well the previous season, and started off very poorly with Leicester. The team just didn't do too well in the start, and then they got hot come end of week 3 and all of week 4. So, you know, it surprised me off their start, but Soccer coming here in the finish here in time for the Playmaker Award is not too much of a surprise in the end. So, next up, we're going to do Owner of the Season. This one was difficult because, you know, I'll even use an example. Everton, obviously some people think it's obvious that it's going to be Everton, but it's not. Mainly because Killer Squirrels did a lot of the load, and it really, it's an owner award. It's not for best GM. You know, we use this as to reward who the best owner was. And, you know, sometimes a good owner does distribute the work to the GM, but we kind of had pretty much word that Killer did 100% of the work, and really him and G-Men didn't work too well together. I'm not sure what happened there, but Killer did a great job, but unfortunately he's not our winner for this season. It is Tottenham's owner, Lang X15. I know everyone's going to gasp and say, you're an idiot, but Lang did a phenomenal job. And best owner doesn't mean, you know, you finished first place, you dominated the league. Lang won himself an FA Cup. He did a good job with his team. Lang probably skill-wise had no part in the FA Cup win, if you ask anyone on his team. It was probably the team he built, and that's what a good owner does. He did his stats on time. He scheduled his guys. We had 0 complaints from him all season. Lang is a very good owner, and I've always known that the minute I gave him this position this season. And congratulations to Lang. I'm not sure if you guys have a few words to say on Lang.
Class act, man. Just job well done for the season over there in Tottenham for Lang.
Yeah, I wouldn't call Lang a class act. Sometimes he could be a bit of a smart ass. But I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. He did a very nice job. Nubsy?
He took a mid-table team, held them together all season, and that was their goal. And you'll see in the, I guess you guys will have seen it by now, but you know, that was their goal. In his interview, said that they wanted to win the FA Cup. You know, told his team from the beginning of the season, we may not win the table, but we're going to win the cup. And he took him out there, and he did it.
Yeah,
and to be able to do that, I mean, that's what owner is about. You know, and you say not even a great player, that doesn't matter. A lot of owners, you know, in FIFA and in hockey are not necessarily great players, but they know how to put teams together. They know how to manage people, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, and managing people, that's a good term to use there, because I was going to add to the fact that whenever you have a team that sucks, what happens? People don't want to show up. People don't give a shit. Why would they come? You know,
Yeah.
We're not doing anything. Well, Lang kept that team together, and he did a very nice job to make sure he fielded a team every night. And congratulations to him. Lang, good job. Every owner should really ask him for a little bit of advice, and I know a lot of people would laugh at that, but he truly did a nice job this season. So next up, this is going to make the man that missed out on the Alex Ferguson Award a little happier. We have the Beckenbauer Award. This award is going to be awarded to the best defender. It's the MVP of defenders. And I think when I was looking through defenders and trying to determine who was best fit, it was a clear-cut choice. It had to be Killer Squirrels. And he to only have 2 losses on the season, 3 draws, and 19 wins is a remarkable record to begin with. Let alone forget about any of the other stats. That alone is remarkable. I think he had 11 or 12 clean sheets,
13.
and he had 13.
Yeah, 13.
13 clean
13,
sheets.
and a goal and 3 assists. So obviously the goals and assists are not as relevant, but the record's very impressive. And hey, he's the center back. He's the GM. He ran that team very well and won themselves a league title. I think it's pretty clear and cut for Beckenbauer to be for Killer Squirrels to be the winner of the Beckenbauer Award. Any close seconds for you guys? Who else would have been a good possible candidate for this award?
I'd have had to go probably Loco Trackstar as my number 2. He had a great season over at Crystal. Word on the street is he kind of got tired of playing D, wanted to play up a little bit more late in the season, but just still when he's playing center back, it's tough.
Yeah, I'd probably have to give my pick to the same guy, Logo. He's just, when he's in that back line, it's very hard to get past him, and he proved that this season playing for Crystal Palace.
Yeah, Loco definitely was. I would have to agree with both of you on that. Loco definitely being a close second. The outside backs on Everton as well had themselves a good season. Douchey as well. Some other names around the league. It was one thing that was very difficult with these awards, and I'm sure you guys are going to hear us repeat this and during the team of the season, is that not everyone played the same position all season long. So Killer Squirrels to play center back all season long and be the and to do so well on top of it is an impressive feat for him. So congratulations.
Yeah, he had more clean sheets than games he got scored on.
That's impressive.
There's a stat for you. More clean sheets than games he got scored on. That's mind-blowing to me, especially playing center back all season long.
Right. Yeah. That's very impressive. So we're moving on here to the Ballon d'Or, which is basically the best player in the league determined by us, the media team, and it's pretty clear cut. Some people would think, it's got to be Potato. He was the goal scorer leader, but Potato scored a lot of goals, but we feel that had to do with because of the support he had on his team. He had such a great team around him. And I'm not taking it away from our winner not having a great team around him, but I think Potato succeeded more so off that fact. I think, Nubsy, we really didn't even debate too much about this, and our Ballon d'Or winner for this season, Season 6, is King Neymar. It really kills me to say. King Neymar's going to love it.
You can see the regret in your face trying to get that out. Oh, man.
I died a little inside, and I'm trying to regain life. But, yeah, no, seriously, King Neymar, fantastic job. Almost even on goals and assists. Clear playmaker and goal scorer, can do anything his team needs him to do, and it definitely showed on the statistics.
Yeah.
Input on you there, Nubsy. I know we spoke about Neymar already with the playmaker.
Given enough input on Neymar in the past couple weeks. I think we're good.
You think we're good? We can't say too much more.
Good. He knows he's good. We know he's good. He's the Ballon d'Or winner. There you have it.
Fair enough. I guess I can't argue too much more about that. But yeah, very good job for him. And we actually have one more award that we didn't get to, and I'm gonna do this now. And it's a pretty clear choice. We got the Golden Glove Award for the top goalkeeper in the LGFA, and we talk about people playing different positions, and this was hideous. I mean, goalkeeper was the ugliest thing I think we had to do this season as far as determining who the best was at and where. And, Nubsy, give us a little insight on determining our goalies here.
Well, the guys that played goalie the most were on the lower-ended teams, which made it even more difficult. It's tough to be a goalie and not have a great team in front of you. Even if your stats are great, your wins and losses are not good. Taking 100 shots against one goalie had. you know, the good goalies, a lot of them played out in the field too, and that's what made it difficult. Is how do you give a Golden Glove award to a guy that only played half of his games in net?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it took a while to come up with this one.
Yeah. So the Golden Glove award, we're gonna give it to Mayhem, and it's funny because Mayhem said at the end of the season, "That's it. I'm no longer playing goalie. This is the last season I'm playing goalie," and he wins himself a Golden Glove award. Truthfully, you know, like you said, consistency was lacking amongst the top goalies in our league, and you know, Mayhem did a really nice job. It's not his first position, but his overall record was 11-7-6. He started off the season playing some field positions for his first 3 games, and then went on through the season to play goalie. And throughout the season, he had 11 wins, 7 draws, and only 3 losses. And to me, that's a pretty impressive record. You know, he had 61 shots faced at him. He allowed 15 goals over the course of those games. For any of you hockey guys, a .63 goals against average. I hate saying that in FIFA terms, but 8 clean sheets. Mayhem is well deserving of this award. You know, simple for the fact, hey, you goalies wanted to play in the field or not show up. Hey, that's your fault. You missed out on the award. So Mayhem, it goes to show you, and for all you guys that are always saying, well, I don't want to play defense or goalie, it goes to show you what happens when you just trust your owners and play a position you're not comfortable with and at least giving it a try. And pays off for Mayhem as he is our Golden Glove winner for Season 6. So that's it for the awards. As we close this out here, we are going to take a brief break, and we are going to be coming back with Team of the Season, and that's where we will close our show off. So stick around. Hello, and welcome back to our final segment of our show. Actually, we only have 2 segments of the show. I like this, guys. We should stick to this smaller and, hey, no one, bigger is not better. Okay. Forget all that, man. But here we are. We're here for the Team of the Season segment. I'm going to hand this off to my co-host. We're going to have Nubsy do the starting 11, which we are using a 4-3-3 formation.
4-4-2.
A 4-4-2.
No,
we are using a 4-3-3. Yeah, see, I'm paying attention. 4-3-3, I believe that's a false 9 with the LCM, RCM, and the CDM. So Nubsy will do the starting 11, and then he will pass it off to Respect to do the reserves. We have 6 reserves for this lineup. And then we will discuss our overall thoughts on the lineup. So without further ado, I hand this over to my man Nubsy. Nubsy, take it away, sir.
All right. Well, last week we started from the bottom, so now let's start from the top and talk about some guys we already talked about a little bit. Left wing, the award there goes to King Neymar, Crystal Palace, 17-2-5, 15 goals, 13 assists. Shots weren't entered, so can't give you that stat. Striker, Potato, Everton, 19-4-2, 23 goals, 4 assists, the 33% shooting. Moving on to some new people. At right wing, Panda Swag, also from Crystal Palace, 16-0-3, 14 goals, 2 assists. In the midfield, at LCM, we got Fizz from Everton, 14-2-1, 7 goals, 10 assists. Had 17 shots on goal and 14 on target. So assuming that those stats are right, all the shots are entered incorrectly, that's a 41.2 shooting percentage. At right center mid, from Leicester, we have Soccer SM10, 12-3-2, 4 goals, 13 assists. Didn't shoot much, assuming that those are right. 9 shots on goal, 8 on target, 44.4% shooting. On defense, well, no, not on defense, at CDM, sorry. We have LHR Big Meech from Everton, who went 16-2-2. I believe all those were played at CDM too. Bryson, can you confirm that? I think we talked about that earlier.
Sorry, I'm not paying attention there. Yes. He was playing a lot of CDM. Actually, we had another guy in, and then I saw Big Meech, and I believe he played every game at CDM this season.
Right. So 16, 2-2, 2 goals, 10 clean sheets. Sorry, McKay, if you don't like that, but CDM, he gets his clean sheets. 4 shots on goal, 40% shooting. So not many shots, but you don't expect that much from CDM. Now on defense, left back, Ducey from Everton, 15-4-1, had 3 assists, 11 clean sheets. At center back, mentioned him earlier, Loco Trackstar from Crystal Palace, 17-1-5, had 4 goals, and at least 2 or 3 of those I know for a fact were at center back. 2 assists, 8 clean sheets. The other center back, Killer Squirrels, our Beckenbauer winner, 19-4-2, 1 goal, 3 assists, the big 13 clean sheets. And at right back, Creepy Klepto from Crystal Palace, the owner over there, 17-2-5 with 8 clean sheets. And finally, our Golden Glove winner at goalie, Z Mayhem, Newcastle, 11-7-3, the 15 goals against on 61 shots, 75.4 save percentage, 8 clean sheets. So yeah, a pretty solid lineup there. Kind of light on the teams, but pretty good lineup. Can't argue with those guys.
It's hard to not pick the best guys in the league when they're all falling on the same team. So it's kind of hard to give you guys variety, I guess, so to speak, when it comes to team of the season. Team of the week, we can always mix it up a little bit. But the guys that did make the starting 11 were clear-cut choices. We've got some guys from the reserves here that were very close. They still get an award. They're still part of the team of the season. Who are our reserves for Season 6 here, Respect?
All right. We're going to kick it off with our reserve goalkeeper. We have Copy of Apollo from Man City, who went 9-2-4 with a 16 goals against, 51 shots, 37 saves with a 68.6 save percentage, and 4 clean sheets. For our first defender here on the reserves, we have Vendy 5 from Newcastle, who went 11-5-6 with 8 clean sheets. Our other defender on the reserves here is X Drizzy from Newcastle as well, who went 11-7-4 with a goal, an assist, and 8 clean sheets. We go into the mid here, our 2 mid-reserve guys. Our first one is I Execute Panda from Everton, 17-4-1 with 3 goals, 12 assists, 19 shots on goal with 9 shots on target, a 15.8 shooting percentage. And our other midfielder is Eric Dang from Leicester, 12-2-1, 1 goal, 2 assists, 10 clean sheets with 3 shots on goal and 2 shots on target, with a 33.3% shooting. Our forward in the reserves is the Man City man himself, Texas Tennant, who went 11-3-8 with 19 goals and 5 assists. The problem with determining his shots is that I think they flipped the shots on target with shots on goal, but we're just going to ride out with him on the forward spot, and that's the reserves for the team of the season.
Alrighty, that's a pretty good reserves lineup too. I like the 6 we have there. It killed me not to put Texas Tennant in over at right wing, but his record was 11-8-3. Not bad, but definitely not 16-0-3 that I believe Panda Swag had. Yeah. So that's kind of what the difference was, and I know a lot of people will say, well, that's not Texas' fault. He played with Tottenham, who was middle table, and then took over Man City. So I mean, he's still on the start. He's still on the team of the season, so I don't want to hear it. Good for him. He had a very excellent season. Any standouts for you, Nubsy? That we talk about who's great and who's done awesome, but anyone that's like, wow, I can't believe he made it. Besides goalie, because goalie, I don't even want to talk about it. It's scary.
Panda Swag was a surprise for me. I'd seen him play, in scouting games, and just played some games with him, just as friends, after league games and stuff. And I knew he was a good player. That 16-0-3 record, even with Crystal, who's a good team, I didn't really see that coming from him this season.
You know, I like how we run our show, guys. You know, we're very subtle about things. Um, in a sense, Nubsy just said Panda Swag's terrible, but he said it in a way that was very nice and not too insulting.
Now
And,
you're just putting words in my mouth. I never said he was terrible. I said I just wasn't expecting him to have that kind of record.
All right, all right. No, let's be a little more formal and not so rude. He's a good player. I just didn't expect it out of him. No, I just got to throw a little banter in there. Respect. Any surprises for you?
I'm looking here at Eric Dang. Well, no, excuse me, not Eric Dang. Execute Penned from Everton, who under the radar, one more assist. He's up there with Neymar and Soccer for the Playmaker Award. So to have a guy that was in contention for one of the awards at the end of the season be on the reserves, that shows how much talent we have in the league, and it's a good person to have on that reserve.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one that I looked at and I thought, oh my God, could you believe it? We almost handed out that Playmaker Award to 3 people this season. Almost had a 3-way tie. That would have been pretty interesting. But yeah, another guy that pretty much surprised me. My two's got to be Texas Tenant, and I got to go with Douchey. I'm pretty unfamiliar with the name, but not only just by statistics. I talked to a few guys on Everton. They keep telling me this Douchey guy's a great outside back, and hey, 15-4-1, you can't hide that, and he was definitely one of the standouts at outside back this season. So,
yeah.
Oh, all right, guys, thank you very much for reading off our team of the season. This is it. Season 6 is over. This is basically the closing chapter of our Season 6. We are done here. Guys that won your awards, please don't ask me when you're getting your award. I will not answer your messages when you ask me when I'm not answering it. As a matter of fact, I may give you just a 10-minute timeout if you do ask me. Especially Neymar. No, I have a guy working on the graphics for the images. I told him 2 weeks, whatever, however long it takes him. They're going to look very nice. He's very good at what he does. So just give it a little bit of time, guys. Trust me, I will not forget about you. I think we have Team of the Season, Golden Boot, Golden Glove. I'll hand out which ones we do have, but the Beckenbauer Manager Award and all those other little awards will be handed out as soon as they become available on the website and the images are made. So here we are. We're moving into the World Cup, guys. I know you're 2 of my owners, actually. Respect's running England, and Nubsy's going to do his best to do his Gareth Bale impersonation.
I'm gonna have to get a fake man bun to put back here.
I love the man bun. That's something. That's I'll tell you what. That's ballsy to pull off, and I think only Gareth Bale could pull off something so brave.
I mean, I wouldn't give him shit about it. I know that much.
Yeah. So, yeah, the LG World Cup's coming up. We've got enough signups to get to field all the teams, but we would like more. Obviously, more people better. We have 16 teams. The list of teams are going to show under the roster tabs. If you go into the World Cup forums, you just go into LGFA, and then right below the chat box, it'll say LGFA World Cup. Go in there, look at the roster, check the forums out. I have a thread in there on the timeline of everything. I will be doing a live show for the draft order and for the seeding for the group stages. We're going to run 2 weeks. First week's going to be all group stage. Second week's going to be all knockout stage. So, and there you have it, guys. That's World Cup's already here. I can't believe it. We were talking about it at the beginning of the season, and we're already looking at it.
While we're here, there's been a lot of questions, at least asked to me. How are you going to do the seeding exactly? Or are we going to have some sort of draw, or like how?
It's going to be a draw, yes. I'm not sure. I'm going to get a hold of something, whether it just be like maybe balls, or I'll show everyone the papers, no tricky hand, I'm not going to give USA the first pick, trust me. But yeah, I'm going to go on camera and show you guys all the things before I draw them, and we'll do one draw just for the draft order, and then one draw for the group stages.
Sounds good.
Yep. And also in the LGFA forums, we have the Season 7 applications for ownership and staff. It's all in one thread, just so we're not jumping back and forth. Staff, we could use a few guys. 1 or 2 would be nice. We have a couple of the guys are coming back, so we have that. Ownership, we need owners. Our goal is to at least be at 14 because we're planning to stay on FIFA 16 because we are going to have a lot of time left over once the World Cup is finished. And then FIFA 17 is going to be released, and then Season 8 will be the start of FIFA 17 with a lot of things redone with the website. I'm really excited for it, and hopefully Tris and I will get hard at work at that and give you guys a brand new experience of the LGFA come FIFA 17. So that just about does it. Gentlemen, thank you guys very much for being on the show. It's always appreciated to have a couple helping hands here and a couple other opinions to join me here tonight.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I always enjoy it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure. And I thank you all for playing this season and being a part of the LGFA, looking to make things grow, looking to make things better. Hope you all come back next season and we can do this again. Take care.